Welcome, my wonderful, resilient people, to day 6 of the 7-day emotional healing challenge. I'm so excited that we're here in day 6 already, but I'm sure that you are starting to feel a shift. But you might be saying things like, "This is all great, Ashley, but I have to deal with this person, or I'm still surrounded by this situation." Here's why the next step is so important in helping us through this problem. So, becoming resilient against our influences on your emotions is essential. You are going to decide your vibe and set your boundaries accordingly today. So, while you can't control someone else's behavior, you can control how long you participate in it. So, this is one of my favorite parts because this is where you are going to start to feel huge shifts in all areas of your life. So, know that when you enforce new energetic boundaries in your life, it is up to you to make sure you keep them. And people may not get the hint at first, a lot of times, but people will get mad or upset at you when they bump up against your new boundaries. And this is where you see where their respect for you ends. So, in all honesty, healthy boundaries are a form of self care, and self care is essential to live our best life. So, you are putting work into yourself, and we're not going to let someone else's low vibe come in and crash that party. So, in some cases, you may find people quit talking to you, they, or vice versa, because of your new boundaries, because you respect your space. And know that that's okay. We are creating room for the right people in the right situations to enter into our lives. So, in other words, like minded people, right, who want the same things. Now, this doesn't take long for this to happen, and this has happened on every level of my life, from family to coworkers to friends, every single level whenever I've put up boundaries. Here's some examples of boundaries, and I want you to kind of get an idea of where maybe you can relate to, or maybe ones that make sense to you in your situation, obviously. So, from number one, my example is I don't instantly reply to text messages that trigger my emotions. So, or calls, or that trigger a stress in my life. So, side note, this is where a lot of people will jump ship on you. And know that's okay, because this, for me, this was an essential boundary to enforce for my own well-being. I have put a time limit on myself for how long I can be angry or upset about a situation. This is my second boundary, so that I'm honoring the feelings that are existing, but not carrying it with me after that time period of time. So if I have something like a work situation that makes me really, really mad, I give myself 15 minutes to freak out about it, to yell, to get angry, to get really mad, to write it out, whatever I need to do. And then that's it. Then I go back to being myself, right? So I've honored it. I honor that I'm mad. I understand why I'm mad, but I don't carry it home with me and take it home to my family, create problems there. I don't take it, say if it's a situation at home, I don't take it to my workspace to create a situation there. And this is when, that negativity and stuff breeds throughout our lives because we carry it with us. And a lot of times we carry other people's with us as well. So you want to be very mindful of this. And this was a very big essential boundary for me because I decided that it was my responsibility to make sure that my emotions weren't interfering with my family life or my work life, or having an impact on my son. Again, my responsibility. It's your responsibility to take care of your own emotions. So the next thing I do is the next boundary that I have is, if I start to think of a past situation I'm healing, I will immediately repeat my affirmations and forgiveness. This is energetically healing and forming yourself new roles of that situation. So I have many situations in my past life, that, or my past growing up, and as many of us do, that we might not have dealt with. So, and they can still be a trigger for us, right? So instead of allowing that to continuously control our lives for who knows how long, as soon as it comes up or something happens and I think about it, I automatically repeat my affirmations toward that situation, show gratitude, show forgiveness, and move on with my life. And again, energetically, over a period of time and repetition of doing this, you are healing that situation in your own mind. So, again, you know, you want to make sure that you are setting healthy boundaries to your needs. The last example I'm going to give you is whenever I am around someone that I'm not that fond of or that I know is a trigger for me. And there's one particular person in my life that I'm thinking of when I am saying this that I will share on the Q&A. You know, I will set conversation boundaries with this person because sometimes these people are family members that we absolutely cannot not encounter, right? And we have to deal with. So I will set conversation boundaries for myself, like, okay, we're only going to talk about maybe the weather. Maybe it's, whatever activities that are going on outside or, something that the weather is kind of funny because that's what most people resort to, right? But you can get creative here, come up with a couple different things. So, what is your vibe going to be? What are you deciding to feel about your emotional situation that you're working on? How are you deciding to feel? And then set your boundaries accordingly to make sure that you're protecting that feeling that you want. Remember, this is all a process, and set boundaries that bring you peace. You can always adjust them and add to them or take them down, whatever you feel necessary for you. You got this. So we'll see you back here tomorrow for the last day of the 7-Day Healing Challenge and later on for the live Q&A. Have a wonderful day.